Hey, what's up everyone? This is Zach, and I am here with an album review for you guys. This is another paid request from Total Meltdown 2, aka Minotaur. Now, Total Meltdown 2, a cool guy by the way, definitely check out his channel, and he's also a really good guitar player as well. So I definitely had to give Total Meltdown 2 a shout out, and this was a paid request from him, so thank you so much for the request. Total Meltdown 2, it means a lot. And if anyone else would like to send in a paid request, you can of course message me on social media, preferably Instagram, and I will give you my Cash App and we will go from there. Also, PayPal is an option for close friends of mine, so that's something that is worth keeping in mind. And it doesn't have to just be for a music review, it could be for a movie review or a discussion topic type video. Whatever it is you want to see from me, within reason, of course, just message me and feel free to let me know what you would like to see. And for those of you that have sent in requests before, thank you. And also, thumbnails. If anyone needs thumbnails made for them for their content, of course you can message me about that as well, and we can work something out there. So, just wanted to point that out as well. Now, this is a paid request from Total Meltdown 2, and he wanted me to talk about another White Zombie album. This time, it's for Astro 2000, which I believe is the follow-up to the other White Zombie record that I reviewed, Devil Music Volume 1, I think it's called. And I really did like that album. And I thought that this album was good as well. Maybe not as good as Devil Music Volume 1, in my opinion. And I think the reason for that is this album, it feels less ambitious and less creative, but not that that's saying a whole lot because I still like this album. I still thought that this album was fairly solid. I still thought that Astro Creep was a good metal record for sure. And I believe this was White Zombie's final album as well. And this released in 1995. And as I've said in the other review that I did for the other White Zombie album that I reviewed, White Zombie doesn't have a very lengthy discography, so you can get through their discography pretty quick. I mean, they only have, 4 albums? And I think that this was the last one that they did. And would I say that this is a good, I guess, way to end the very short discography of White Zombie? I mean, I guess so. I mean, I thought that this was solid. It does have, of course, some big hit singles from them, of course, Supercharger Heaven and More Human Than Human, which are definitely some of my favorites on this record. I thought that those were very good songs. And like with the other White Zombie album I reviewed, Devil Music Volume 1, this album, it basically continues what that album had to offer as far as, that groove metal sound, and I think the riff work is solid. And the vocal work, continuing, to do what they do and everything, just instrumentally, it's solid, just very good musicianship and everything. And it's another very consistent heavy metal release. It is. It's another consistent metal album where, it doesn't feel like the songs, stray too much from what it's supposed to be, or like just to the point where it doesn't make sense or it's just absurd. No, the album's pretty consistent for the most part. I thought that this was solid. It's a fairly enjoyable metal release, but again, even though I don't think it's as good as Devil Music Volume 1, but I still thought that this was solid. And this album did pretty well also with fans and, and charts and things like that. So it's a pretty big album for them as well. I think it did pretty well commercially and everything, and I can definitely see why. I can definitely see why. It's a very strong metal release. So if I were to give this album a rating or a score, I'm going to have to give Astro Creep by White Zombie probably either a 7.5 or a light 8 out of 10. Again, I don't think it's as good as Devil Music Volume 1, but I still thought that this was good. Still another very solid White Zombie record. So let me know what you think of this album. If you've listened to it, are you a fan of White Zombie? And that does wrap up the White Zombie album reviews that Minotaur sent in. It was cool checking these out. It was definitely cool checking these out because I don't think I've ever listened to White Zombie before, but yeah, and I know I don't go over every single song, you know, in some of my reviews, but there's really no need to most of the time. You know, it's like, you know, if I tell you how I feel about the album, you know, that should just be enough, right? But I did want to talk about a few of the highlights. Again, this does have some of their hit songs and some songs that are pretty big for the band. So this album, it definitely has quite a bit to offer. I did like this one. So Astro Creep by White Zombie, I thought this was good. I thought it was good. But let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Take care and have a good one.